Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again. So a brand new Warhammer 40k game was just announced by Fat Shark, the company that makes the Vermintide series, which is an awesome series. I love the Vermintide games. Anyways, let's take a look at the teaser trailer for the new Warhammer 40k game called Darktide. Here we go. Oh, someone didn't pay their bills. Ooh, is that a plasma gun? Oh, they must be guardsmen. Faulty-looking weapons.
I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations. A recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest.
The Hive.
I'll know more when they make it back.
Huh.
If they make it back.
I don't think they're gonna make it back. Aww. 2021. Looks like we got a ways to wait, boys. But that still looks really cool. That looks so cool. Alright, so something about the Hive. I'm guessing that is the location or the setting of the game. We got some little creature here that kind of slinks away after the flashlight here beams across it. Actually, let me jump back here. Alright, so we got our four characters, which is similar to Vermintide. You get your four characters. I don't remember the name, their names and stuff like that, but one was, an archer. There was, what was it, an alpha dwarf and two humans. So similar to, this right here. It is hard to make out who is who or, what specialties and stuff like that. But looks like we got like a plasma gun, las gun, I believe, right here. That looks like a las gun as well. Another guy over here, can't really see. He's got the chainsword, and he is also wounded. That looks really cool. The way the blue is just shining off onto his armor and stuff like that. That is pretty sweet looking. And then we got this little creature here that slinks away after the flashlight goes onto it. Alright, so, yep, of course, first person, of course. Alright, so we can kind of see, yep, they all look human, all look just like guardsmen, which, I mean, is something different, because everything else has been, Space Marines and stuff like that, which, I mean, can't blame them. Space Marines is like their iconic symbol, if you will. When you think of Warhammer 40k, what do you think of? Space Marines. So it is pretty cool, playing as guardsmen instead. Yep, that dude's wounded. He's holding his side. And then they turn around and then they see this. And that's something you don't want to see. Looks like a lot of chaos. I'm not too sure what the hell that giant big thing in the back is that's sticking out, but that is something don't want to see. Looks like all sorts of possessed or something like that, I believe. Yep, so it looks like las gun. That kind of looks like a las gun, the plasma gun, and then of course chainsword. And of course the dude's flashlight goes out again. It's a guardsman equipment right there. Off it goes. Warhammer 40k Darktide. Now it looks like there is some more information. This is from PC Gamer. Let's see what we know. Darktide will release sometime in 2021. Got a ways to wait, unfortunately. Hopefully not too long. Hopefully it's early 2021, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's see, what else do we have here? The player characters. It seems sensible to assume that the 4 guardsmen in the trailer represent the characters we'll end up playing in the finished game. Wait a moment though, and check out the concept art above. Oh, maybe I should move this over then. Let's see if that works. There we go. Oh, okay. So it does look like there is 4 different characters? Well, I'm assuming maybe you can start as, maybe you're all guardsmen in the beginning, because don't forget, in Vermintide, you know, you start as like a base character, and then as you level up, you can change to, you know, something else. Like the dwarf, you can be, well, like a dwarf warrior, then you can be a slayer, you can become an iron breaker. The elf can be, what, like a wood elf? I think a dark elf. I don't really remember the other classes, so maybe that is something that, you know, you can change into and level up, because it looks like it is hard to tell, but it looks like there's a guardsman. I think that's an Ogren right there, so maybe one of the other classes or specs that you can upgrade into would be an Ogren, which would be pretty cool. Let's see. These 4 characters are more developed than the cookie-cutter guardsmen. Guardsmen we see in the trailer. This team has a variety of gear that implies a range of loot. Different classes, one of which, the massive dude, is an Ogren. Okay. These enormous futuristic ogres serve as strong arms in the Imperial Guard armies, but they can also serve as specialists. There are 2 possibilities. First, the guard we see in the trailer are the fodder that discovered the Nurgle menace. Nurglings, okay. Deep in the hive, so the Inquisition sends a more talented force in after them, and that's who you play. Or these guardsmen are the starting point for the characters you play as, and you upgrade and specialize them over time. That's what I kind of think that's what's going to happen. I think these 4 guardsmen in the trailer are probably just the kind of like the intro to the story. You know, these guys were sent in, they weren't reported back, they haven't heard back from them, so now they send in another, maybe more specialized team in. Could be wrong, or you do play as those characters and then you can upgrade them over time. Given that Inquisitor is giving the orders in the trailer voiceover, you are likely to serve as Inquisition acolytes, who serve as lowly assistants to Inquisitors in the 40k fiction. Acolytes are great for a game because they come in many archetypes, and there is an acolyte hierarchy, acolyte, proven acolyte, trusted acolyte, throne agent, and so on. That's assuming that Darktide will include detailed loot and progression systems, as Vermintide does. The Tide suffix suggests the 2 games will have plenty in common. The enemies. Uh-oh, it's Nurgle. Okay, cool. I'm down with Nurgle. The Chaos God of Pestilence, who has surprisingly good sense of humor, of course. Grandfather Nurgle. Tireless experiments with new strains of disease, with the ultimate aim of inducting everyone into Nurgle's garden, a festering organic plane of existence in which everyone and everything is subject to Nurgle's experiments. You do not want to go to Nurgle's garden. The hordes in the trailer are Death Guard Poxwalkers. Ooh. Poxwalkers. I thought they were more like Space Marines. And like Plague Bearers were like the more zombie-like. I don't know. Things might have changed between when I played and now. So, I mean, they're the zombie hordes of a 40k Nurgle army. It makes sense as a low-level fodder in a Left 4 Dead format. We see a large hulking thing in the background of the trailer. Yep, that's the thing I pointed out. And we get a clearer look at what it might be in the screenshot above. Oh. It kind of reminds me of, what is it in Vermintide 2? Like the sorcerer, the big sorcerer who like pulls you in and stuff like that. That's what it kind of looks like. So I don't know exactly what that thing is, but maybe it'll tell us here. I can't think of a direct equivalent model range, but it could be an infected Ogryn. As we know from the concept art above, Ogryns will be involved somehow. There are plenty of other units in the Death Guard range that would work in the bowels of the Hive world. Nurglings, yep, I think that is probably the first thing we saw when the flashlight went across and that little thing went away. Would be good fodder and hilarious. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some Chaos spawn. Those, I believe, are in Vermintide, so maybe. As we've already fought a few of those in Vermintide. I should really read on before making comments. Works in the fantasy. Chaos Cultists. Could see those too. Plague Marines would make good bosses. A Great Unclean One. Yeah, there we go. Could serve as a big campaign finale. That would be awesome, though it's unlikely a squad of plucky acolytes would stand any chance against one of those large lads. That is quite true. Darktide is set in a hive city called Teritium. Hive cities are awesome. They are vast, layered cities populated by a diverse population of warring gangers, corrupt diplomats, inquisitors, kill teams, and a few good, hard-working folk who tend to die quite quickly. Sounds about right. Planetary governors and senior imperial agents enjoy a good living. Blah, blah. It's a very good place for Nurgle to do his work. A chaos-ingested pandemic can absolutely take down an entire planet if allowed to fester, so the stakes are high in Darktide. As a location to explore Hive City's risks becoming internally dingy, but there is also a potential mix of architecture. Okay, pretty cool. Yep, some of the more screenshots. Ooh, pre-alpha. Looks really nice. Oops. I guess the site doesn't want to load anymore. Oh, there we go. Screenshots, yeah. Alien architecture. And then a couple other screenshots right here. Oh, why does this want to... It's not wanting to work. Alright, well, so much for that. But yeah, there we go. Oh, here we go. Takes a second, apparently. Yeah, so it looks like that's like a... kind of looks like a train station. With all the seats and stuff like that. Maybe the train pulls in right over here, maybe? Who knows? Could be wrong, but... yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't wait. 2021. I'll probably definitely get it on Steam. I wonder how much it's going to cost. Probably about $40 is my guess. Could be wrong, but I can see it being probably about 40. Oh, here we go. Yeah, those kind of look like possessed. Random weapons and stuff like that. Looks like some sort of like wrench and stuff like that. Looks like it's going to be pretty badass. Very dark. So that's going to be awesome. But yeah, there we go. Warhammer 40k Darktide. Coming out sometime in 2021. Awesome. Finally, we get some more 40k games. You know, I know there's been like quite a few, and I believe like a lot of them haven't really been that good. I mean, I haven't really played really any, you know, Dawn of War 1, 2. I never really picked up 3 because I heard 3 was actually pretty bad. I know there's like some other ones, but I don't know like which ones are good, which ones are bad. You know, kind of hear like mixed things about a lot of Warhammer and Warhammer 40k games. You know, because they kind of, I guess they kind of lend out the IP to like anyone. You know, they kind of like, I guess, don't really vet the companies like, hey, what type of game are you going to make? You know, and a lot of the games end up being complete flops. So yeah, I don't know what other 40k games there are out there, but you know, this is definitely one that I absolutely can't wait for. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more about this. And like I said, hopefully it's early 2021. but we'll have to wait and see. By the looks of it, it's pre-alpha, so it looks like it's still kind of early on, so who knows. But anyways, there we go. Warhammer 40k Darktide. Looks awesome. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are you looking forward to it? Not looking forward to it? What do you think the story's going to be about? Do you think we're going to play as these 4 guardsmen and level up classes and specs and stuff like that? You know, like one of these guys can, you know, change into like the Ogren or something like that. Let me know. Or do you think it's, you know, these guys here are just kind of like the kickoff to the story? Like, hey, these 4 guys here were sent in. They never heard back. Now we need another team to go in and find out what happened to them. Is it going to be one of those type of things? Let me know. And other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up on, that'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And other than that, stick around. More videos are on the way. And I'll see you guys next time.